This is the brand new Apple Watch Series 11 with its all new finish and has a couple new features that I'm very excited to dive into. This watch secretly brings good news that I'll tell you in just a second. So this is the brand new Apple Watch Series 11, 46 millimeters, and the brand new space gray finish that I'm excited to see in person once again. Let's open up one of my favorite packagings ever from Apple. You simply put your finger over here. By the way, a lot of people open this box incorrectly. You have to put your finger here and then lift up. A lot of people just do like this and totally break the box. Put your finger here, lift it up, and you're in. All right, let's open it up, and whoa, this is super cool. Take a look at the texture of the watch itself. It's very, very reflective. I don't know if you can see it, but it like refracts, just like on the standard liquid glass design. This is super, super cool. This is so sick. We also got the black Apple Watch band, and that is how the box looks. You got a bunch of silver Apple Watch models in the box, from the leather link, the Milanese loop, the sport loop, the sport band, the modern buckle. Before we open up the watch, let's open up the Apple Watch band while I tell you everything that's new with this watch. This is the sport band right here, and it hasn't changed a tiny bit, which it shouldn't. I feel like the sport band is one of the most beautiful bands that Apple has ever made. It is definitely one of the most comfortable, especially for sleep tracking. There you go. And there is the sport band right there, and it's got the new space gray finish in the back of the band. Here's a better look at the space gray finish. So that's the band. Let me show you the watch itself. You got a pull tab right here and right here. And here we go. Okay, that is the Apple Watch itself. You get some paperwork, the design by Apple in California, which inside of here should be correct. That is the Apple Watch charging puck to Apple USB-C to Apple Watch charger. And this is the brand new Apple Watch Series 11 with the brand new space gray color. And here we go. Before I tell you everything that's new, let's take a closer look on the brand new space gray finish. So it is way lighter than the space black finish that feels a little bit more glossy. This is truly a more matte finish. Definitely looks more silver than gray. And it's truly way lighter than the space gray that we had in the first generation. This is how it looks with the band itself. So you can see the band is truly dark. It's truly black. And this feels very grayish. All right, let's turn it on and start pairing it. Okay, so what's new with the Apple Watch Series 11? The glass itself has improved a lot. All Apple Watch Series 11 models now have a tougher INX glass that features a brand new ceramic coating that makes it up to 2 times more scratch resistant than the previous generation. You've also got a 5G modem on Apple Watch Series 11, which basically provides improved performance. And with its new antenna architecture, it provides better coverage to stay connected with calls, even in case of an emergency. Now, the Apple Watch Series 11 also includes new gestures and improved sleep tracking. Series 11 can also spot signs of possible hypertension. So your Apple Watch will send you a notification if it detects hypertension now, which is an amazing new health addition. Your Apple Watch can now track your heart rate rhythm notifications. It can take an ECG. It can measure your blood oxygen. It can track your sleep. It does cycle tracking with wrist temperature. Now, the good news about the Apple Watch Series 11 is actually that most of the new features, like the brand new sleep score that I'm gonna show you in just a second, and hypertension notifications, Apple basically announced that the Apple Watch Series 11 were exclusive to those features. But Apple actually gave us incredible news that those features would also be compatible with previous generation Apple Watch. So Apple Watch Series 9 and above will get those hypertension features. Apple also announced new watch faces on the Apple Watch Series 11, but they're also compatible with all Apple Watch that are compatible with watchOS 26. So this right here is the brand new Flow watch face, which is designed to bring the beauty of liquid glass to your wrist with a super stunning design. The always-on display looks like this. You can customize the typeface in different variations, a more normal looking or a more abstract looking typeface. You can also remove the background if you just want a black background or a colorful background. And you can obviously change all of the colors and make it very, very colorful. The jet black one looks absolutely classy and very, very glassy. I love this new watch face right here. And as you can see, as it flows, it will also refract the light of the animation itself on the background. Apple also launched a new watch face as well called the Exactograph, which is a modern reimagination of a traditional regulator clock. You've got a couple different variations, a full background mode, which will look like this, or if you want a black background, you can customize it like that. If you tap on the display, it will expand the minutes and the seconds by 5, revealing smaller increments in time. The Exactograph watch face also supports 1 Hz. So as you can see, the watch ticking every little second. This was a feature that was added last year on the Apple Watch Series 10, but not a lot of watch faces support that, but the Exactograph watch face does. Series 11 also brings the flick gesture to the Apple Watch Series 11. This is obviously compatible with watchOS 26. You simply do like that, and you can dismiss notifications. Or if you're in the home screen, you can go back to your watch face by simply doing like this. Apple Watch Series 11 is also compatible with double tap, as you're used to. Now let me show you my favorite new feature, which is sleep score. So if you've slept with your Apple Watch and you sleep track, you'll get the new sleep score. So before on Apple Watch, when you tracked your sleep, you always got this, your sleep stages. You got how much you were awake, your REM, your core, and your deep sleep. But me personally, I always looked at this screen right here and I was like, now what? You basically just got so much information, but now Apple finally added a sleep score. So the score goes from 0 to 100, and your Apple Watch will now let you know how well you slept from 0 to 100 with a simple and very easy to read sleep score. You can tap on the eye icon and you can scroll down and see even more information about that score, including your duration. So I got a 50 out of 50 tonight. Your bedtime, I actually went to bed 2 hours than earlier. That's why I got a 24 out of 30. And I actually woke up 4 times this night. That's why I got a 19 out of 29 minutes in total. And on the bottom, it will actually let you know how your score is calculated. So your score is based on your duration, bedtime, and interruptions. The closer you are to the goal, the more points you earn. Now, this is a phenomenal way to understand your sleep better. You also do get a complication with sleep score, as you can see right here in the bottom. So as soon as you raise up your wrist, you'll know immediately that you got a 93% without needing to open the sleep app. And then if you tap on it, it will obviously redirect you to the sleep score itself so you can dive into more information. Now that's what's amazing about this new Apple Watch Series 11 announcement, that if you have a previous generation Apple Watch, you'll still get all of those announcements that Apple announced on the Series 11 launch. I see this as great news because if you've got the Apple Watch Series 10 or the Series 9, you will obviously not want to upgrade to the Series 11. But if you're upgrading from an Apple Watch Series 4, or even if this is your first ever Apple Watch, you're gonna get that more durable display, that 5G connectivity, which isn't game-changing, but it is very good to have. But as I said, the good news is if you have an Apple Watch Series 6 and above, you're gonna get that sleep score feature as well. And Series 9 and above for that heart rate hypertension notification. That's just such good news in my opinion. What do you think about this? Apple didn't only launch the Series 11 this year though. They've also launched the brand new incredible SE3 and the brand new Apple Watch Ultra 3. So if you guys wanna check out those unboxings, they're right here. Or if you're new to the channel, obviously consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.